The only bad thing about doing Path of Radiance is I'm sitting here on the new game screen and there's no music. There's no music on the menus for Path of Radiance until you get into the game proper. It's so weird. Alright, but we're up and running finally. Hello, Internet! Back to Retro Achivo week. Or Retro Achivo wheel stuff, which technically we're not doing the wheel this week since we're doing Path of Radiance, and we might only be doing Path of Radiance. I have no idea. It depends on how far we get in this game and if I feel like keep going or... It's a 2-hour situation and it's like, oops, put 2 hours in the game and I think we're done here, folks. But yeah. I also have a guide up on the side. Well, not. I think I need a guide real quick. Yeah, I have a guide up on the side because I don't remember how to recruit all the units in this game. I already probably remember when we get to the map specifically, but offhand I don't remember how to recruit everybody. Hey, Double Spidey, how's it going? Yeah, well, we'll see how long I go through with Path of Radiance, which, by the way, is, I would say is my favorite Fire Emblem, probably. This is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is the GameCube one. I'm not playing difficult. I'm not doing that. I think normal's fine on Path of Radiance. I forget. I feel like I did an entire playthrough on YouTube of Path of Radiance. And I think I did it on normal. I don't remember. It's been a few years. Also, I'm skipping all the dialogue and cutscenes and stuff. Because this game's wordy as hell, and if I didn't do that, we get, like, through 2 chapters. This is GameCube. This is the GameCube. I'm good. Just gonna move here. Yeah, this is the GameCube one. It's technically Fire Emblem 9, 8, one of those numbers. I don't know the Fire Emblem numbers. I just know them by the subtitles. It was the one, because stateside, we got Fire Emblem, which was technically Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, I believe. It's either Blazing Sword or Binding Sword. We got that one, and then we got Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, and both of those were GBA ones. And then we got this one for the GameCube, which is Path of Radiance. And then you got the sequel to it. Thank you. It's Molly Austin for the follow. But then we got the sequel to this one, which was Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. But that one's on the Wii because timing. Don't ask. It just is. There's no motion control or anything on the Wii version. It's just on the Wii. It is also not that good in comparison, if I'm being honest. Let me turn up the game a little bit. Those exist. They're just like mainly games that didn't care about motion controls and had no use for motion controls. Oh. But yeah, Radiant Dawn is not as good, and it's not as good as Path Radiance for complicated reasons. Basically, I have not played Stray, but I have seen a bit of Stray. It looks neat. It looks like a fun cat game. Who made Stray? Because I actually don't know. Let me look while these animations play out. Oh, okay. Technically, okay. The Annapurna thing is complicated. That is just Ike's stance. Don't worry about it. That's just how he stands. Okay, Annapurna is the publisher on that. Blue 12 is the developer on it, but the Annapurna interactive thing is complicated, apparently. So apparently, like, Annapurna Interactive wanted to go solo away from main Annapurna, and Annapurna said no. And so everybody under Annapurna Interactive said, fuck you, bye, and walked out. And that is where we currently stand as of, I think, maybe like 2 hours ago, I think is when that happened. I'm like, that's a first. Probably not really, but I'm like, okay, that's something for an entire studio to go, nah, fuck you, bye, and just walk out. I'm also gonna pull up another thing on the side. Eventually. Oh, it's right there. Okay, yeah, there's not one for prologue. I didn't think there was. Okay, all right, now we're into game proper, basically. Right, I have technically glitched the game because there's some weird thing with the tutorial where if you do it a specific way, you get like 4 iron swords off the bat. I don't remember the specifics of it. It's some weird thing about the tutorial. It's kind of unnecessary, but it's what we're dealing with. No, I don't need a tutorial. I wish. Titanic, will you kill? Yes. Yeah, you kill on this. That's fine. Titania is actually a good unit. Just for reference, Titania is a pre-promoted unit, i.e., on a level, in terms of levels, Titania is basically on par with everybody, but as soon as you look at stats and stuff, basically add 20 to that level, and that's actually her real level. She's actually like level 21 in reality. Just because she's pre-promoted. This means you shouldn't really kill with her. But I don't particularly care on a run like this. What you really want to do is like have her like walk straight into the face of units, unequip her weapon, and just stand there and just tank enemies. Also, you can never save that house that got raided by these bandits. I forget if anything is even programmed to be in that house. Because you can visit houses that have open doors. Oh. I actually really like my tactics games. I quite enjoy them. Seraph I forget what that does, and I can't tell. I get till next turn. Oh well. Oscar, punch the swordsman, please. Oh, is it like the tactics gameplay or the numbers? The inherent RNG-ness of tactics games. There's no real point in me having the steel sword because I can't use it worth shit. Yeah, I was seeing tweets about that, and I'm like, neat. I am sure that popped somebody who's a fan of Venom and Venom-related things. Look, they gotta go get you to watch that Venom movie somehow, and there's only so much that they can do. Alright, what does... It doesn't say there. Well, that doesn't help at all. I have not. Oh, Amazon. I do not peruse Amazon stuff that often. Do I, or do I do? How much does health do you have? Oh, it doesn't particularly matter. Just punch him. I think the only thing that I've watched that's on Amazon Prime at the moment is the Grand Tour, which is having its final episode premiere tonight. Okay, do this because I'm not getting them with one on Ike. Up. Up. Wait, is that a show that has Ryan Reynolds in it, or is that a different time travel show? Or a different time travel thing in general? Okay, never mind. I'm like, I might have seen a clip from this, but no, not that one. What the? Okay, that should be the first achievement. Hooray! Alright, now it's the big climb up the mountain to go rescue Rolf and Mist. Do you believe... do this. Okay. That's... that is certainly a comeback. I can only imagine how and why. Technically, I can turn off these animations, but I don't wanna. The game would go quicker if I did, but I want to have the animations play out. Ike, you don't need resistance. Why are you getting resistance? Why? At least I have a healer now. Should get this guy. Dragon Quest music. Interesting. I would not think, if you're going to make music for a time travel sci-fi show, that what you should pull from is Dragon Quest of all things, but fucking sure, I guess. At least you're pulling from something that has good music. Are they the great leader of an evil organization? Or are they just a great leader? Because one of them I can make a joke about, one of them I can't. I forget where you go. Oh. Okay. That's one way to get your space elevator done. All right, I forgot Rise has like shit for movement. Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. That was totally planned. That I had it planned that Ike would survive that hit with 1 HP. Totally, 100%. I did not stare at the screen as he hit 1 HP and just pray that it was enough. I might be playing the game a little too casually, folks. Somebody likes their sky metaphors. Why? Why of all things that? Oh god, that sounds confusing. If the do they at least like dress and look distinctly different even if they're the same actor? Because otherwise that sounds terrible. Oh goody, they all dress the same. That wouldn't be confusing at all. Three people in the same room dressed the same. They're supposed to be different characters, but the same person. Like, oh god, which one of you is which? Am I meant to be confused by this? Because it sounds like I'm meant to be confused about this. And that just sounds like a terrible show. Good, they attacked Titania because their AI goes, ooh, unequipped enemy, hit them, bonk. Oh, I can't damage them. Oops. It's kind of easy to manipulate the AI in this game, if you're smart about it. Again, I might be playing the game a little bit too casually because I should have healed at all right there in any capacity. Again, it's fine. There might be a good idea in this show, if I'm being honest, but I'm just not seeing it. I need Boyd to take the kill here to have Ike not die. Thanks, Boyd, for missing. Titania, was that crit necessary? I don't think he can kill him. Oh, good. No, I have healing items in a healer. I'm just choosing to be stupid about it and not use either of those options intelligently. Because, Link, you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor? Oh, well, too late. No, not even that. Just me being dumb. me deciding not to heal because vulvinaries are very easy to come by, and that's your healing item. That's your potion, basically. And your healers use staffs that, again, have weapon durability like everything else in the game. And again, you get plenty of those. There's no reason for that. Oh, it is? Well, paint me surprised. Okay, can't use them. Point repositioning. Might as well take this opportunity to swap shit around. I forget, can Titania even use swords at all, or is she just... She's Lance and Axe. Okay, that's not the menu I wanted. Okay, yeah, Gotry's only Lance. Oh, this is the three of them. I'll be honest, this looks very generic. This looks like some generic sci-fi. Good. Yeah, we should be good. Let's save real quick. Oh, wibbly wobbly timey wimey mess. Oh, my favorite. It has 3 C. Alright, Amazon, sure. Spend your money as you desire, I guess. I do want to actually not use Xion too much outside of just as necessary. Oh, it's an Apple Plus show. Even better. I couldn't tell you anything that's on Apple Plus except for the one, like, Godzilla adjacent show. Okay, this should be my first portable unit. Oh, we don't get Marcia right now. Okay. Wasn't sure. An asthma? Okay. That's a pull. Of course they are. Ah, I see. The worst part of the show is the part of the show we made ourselves. I think we have discovered the problem here. Also, why do I have a Discord notification? Oh, okay. I guess Xion. I'll hide you from later in the game. I'm just remembering who that character is for a brief second. I'm just like, oh, hi, you. We get to know you later. Also, if you're wondering about the plot of the game at the moment, I can attempt to explain everything. It's been a while, so I may not remember all of the intricate details about what is going on, since I am skipping all of that. Because I do not want to be sitting here for 20 minutes scrolling through dialogue. Because trust me when I say this, this game is wordy. They level up, and so in Fire Emblem, characters will level up to 20. And that's their max level. But once you're at 20, you use an item called I believe it's a Master Seal. The Master Seal will change their class to basically the advanced version of their class. So I have a perfect example here. I have to be not in combat, essentially, to help illustrate this. Actually, I can't because Oscar's not here. So Oscar, for example, earlier, the Green Horseman guy. Yes, they go back to level 1 again, but they go back to level 1 with better stats, basically. Their leveling just resets, but they're at better stats. So, for an example, as I was saying earlier, Titania, our horsemen here, well, here's the thing. You can't grind in this game because you go chapter to chapter to chapter to chapter to chapter. You just have to pick which units you want to play with, basically. So if you don't want to use units, you just don't use them. You have no way of grinding in this game. You just pick your favorite characters and go. But yeah, as an example, like I said earlier, Titania technically is a class up from everybody else in a sense. If I had Oscar here, Oscar is the better example because Oscar is technically the class below what Titania is right now. So if you looked at them stat-wise, Titania is just better than Oscar. But that's because she's a whole, like, more or less 20 levels above him. But that's kind of how Fire Emblem games go. They always give you a paladin or some other unit of some sorts who's pre-promoted and is just meant to help you get through the game a little bit easier. Or if you're, like, want to play fancy, you just send them out into the middle of the units, unequip their weapon, and then just watch as enemies clang off their armor because they can't touch them. And then have everybody else kill those units to get the experience. But yeah, you can't grind in this kind of Fire Emblem game. But you can you grind in... You can grind in a Fire Emblem game, but there's only, like, specific ones you can actually do that in. But otherwise, it's just, hey, do you like this unit? Or do you think this unit's good? Cool, use them. Have them beat enemies and get experience. If you don't like them, don't send them out to battle. Just leave them on the sidelines forever. Just don't bother with them. Like, I'm trying not to use Xion here because Xion's, just to say it, Xion's going to leave us in Chapter 7 and then not show back up until Chapter 18. So we have no business using him because he's a waste of time. And I believe also Xion is technically a class up from everybody else. Is he pre-promoted? I forget. I don't think he is technically. I think he's just like better stats. Yeah, he's pre-promoted. So you just don't use him. And like I said, Titania here, again, she is pre-promoted. Which is why she got like 2 experience there instead of like 20. Oh, I've done that. I tried watching an 11-hour review of Tales of Arise. And I got through 3 chapters of it, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. This review's fine and all, but this is too much. And this is not going at a good enough pace for me. Even as someone who... God, what is my collective hours on Disney, the Disney kid drama, like iCarly and all that reviews from the one person, I forget their name offhand, or the other person I follow that's done Lost reviews. Big, chunky, meaty Lost reviews, and that adds up to like 11 hours. Basically, what I'm seeing is somebody wanted a different show, but they had to base it on this because somebody up high said so. Wait, are they doing like a reboot of Harry Potter? Because I'll be honest, I have no idea what's going on with Harry Potter outside of... Oh, yeah, they have some new theme park thing, technically. Oh, for sakes, why didn't you attack me? Come on. Thank you for messing, though. I appreciate it. Oh, new series, okay. Because I saw something about a new Gollum thing. I think it might have been a Gollum movie. Or they're wanting Gollum to be the center of Lord of the Rings stuff going forward, and I'm like, that sounds like a terrible decision. Okay. Did they not pay attention to the video game that was terrible and did badly? I don't think anyone needs any more Gollum. Just throwing that out there. Oh, J.K. Rowling's responsible for the cast. Oh, that immediately makes me not give a shit. Can only imagine how bad it has to be. Oh, that was the leader. Oops. Oh well. He was the one with chunkier experience. And that's actually the end of the map. Well, that's fine. Ah, you can. I'll probably take a quick peek at it. Okay. Alright. User speed. Okay. Who could use a speed upgrade? This looks fine. But I'm also like, okay, you're telling the side story of this random lady. Okay, cool. You can. I'm also saying that's like they got Kenji Kamiyama on this who did Standalone Complex, and I'm like, okay, you certainly made somebody. Somebody's certainly getting a paycheck for this. I guess I'll just give it to probably use it. Wait. I might as well give him the both. It's focused on his kid, I assume, and that is the red-haired lady. I had the trailer muted as I was skimming through it, so... That's certainly a way to take care of your problems. Ah, one of them actually went after Ike finally. Mainly because we're out of ways of hitting Titania. Okay. Okay, why is the show not about him, to be honest? Like, why is it not about this man who just takes care of his problems with fucking bare fists? Big Whitebeard energy on this guy. If I'm being honest. Also, we might game over here because Ike's at like 4 HP and one of them's going to decide to go after him again. Which is entirely fine. I decided to be too aggressive on the map. Yep, that's a game over. That's fine. I played this way too aggressive. Look, if you want to make people care about this, you need to make the daughter a sufficient badass as compared to her dad. Like, if she is a downgrade from her dad in terms of badassery, you've messed up. Yeah, that's just kind of how they roll. They just like, hey, here's all the DLC for Sims. I'm pretty sure Sims 3 had like DLC for like 6 years or something. That's not good. I wasn't expecting him to do that. It's fine. Technically, you can keep going after that death. I choose not to because that would be a poor decision. I just hit the reset button on the emulator. I forget what Path Radiance's soft reset buttons are. There's a soft reset in the game that you can hit. I just forgot what it is. Yeah, here's the thing about stat growths in the game, and welcome to the RNG part of Fire Emblem. So, all units have on level up, have a percentage chance of upping one of their stats. That percentage chance is entirely dependent on what the character is. The percentages are different for every character, and it's influenced by their class as well. So technically, Gatry here has a higher percentage chance of getting strength up over magic. No, unfortunately not. But sometimes they will get stat ups and other things. For example, I got a resistance up, which is the magic defense stat in the game. He doesn't meet that really, but he got it anyway. I'm sure my guide has like everyone's percentage chances. But yeah, it's the thing you have to deal with. Because it lets replayability, lets your units feel different over the course of like different playthroughs and stuff if you desire to do that. Some of the more recent Fire Emblems, I think, have done standard stat growths where it's you get guaranteed stats ups per level. I think Radiant Dawn does that, and I think one other Fire Emblem game does that. But, yeah, sometimes it happens. You just deal with it. Oh yeah, Flappy Bird is back. I saw a post about that, and someone was like, that was back. I think one of the Backyard sports games is back as well, and someone was just like, if we can get these back, where the fuck is a Rider game? And I go, I ask that question myself a lot. Because I would like a new Kamen Rider game, but that's not happening anytime soon, apparently. Alright, now Rise should be safe over here. It depends, like, I'll be honest, I don't know how profitable Rider games are in general. Oh my god, really? Fucking really? Don't you fucking dare. Oh my god, what has happened? The AI is being merciless with me on this chapter for some godforsaken reason. Well, we've had, like, dozens of Rider games over the years, so they must be doing something. Transformers is a bit too few and far between, it feels like, and a lot of the more recent ones have been basically shovelware. TMNT is at least doing well for itself. I would think, I believe Shredder's Revenge did well. I don't know if the new, like, roguelike is done well for itself, but I would imagine so. Am I playing this just, like, super fucking cautious? The AI is just out for blood. Might just wall up and just, like, hold out. Feels like that's what I'm having to do. And I would think a Rider game could be profitable just because they're not AAA level fucking video games. They're like AA at best. And even lower lower than that. Because, like, the most recent one, which was the Shin Kamen Rider game, is basically a mobile game and everything but, like, what it actually was, which was, like, a console release. Because, like, Memory of Heroes, which I adore and love and would like another one of, please. Fuck's sakes. It's basically like a AA game. It's not that impressive visually. It's not that impressive resources-wise. But I would think it did well. It made its money back. I would hope. Because that's like one of the best translations of writer to video game we've ever gotten in this franchise. Ever. And that's saying, coming from someone who has played 50 of them. I could definitively say Memory of Heroes is like the best translation of writer. I don't know if it's the best game of the franchise, but it's the best translation of it to video game form. I still stand on the hill of just like, hey, take the idea of 1 Reira, 2 Phase 2 Heiseis, and just do like Forze Wizard Saber or Forze Gaim Saber. Like, this is where I'm basically pretty much just have to use every unit I can because the game's like, oh, you can't use Oscar and Boyd. And I'm like, fuck you then. Let me have the units I want to use. Okay, good. He backed off. I'm just like, please take enough damage to just back. Fuck. All right, Archer. I forgot about the Archer. It's fine. He can't double. Good. Unfortunately, Healer does not know offensive magic in their base class. They only get offensive magic when they class up, so we are stuck having a healer that's just defenseless and can do nothing except heal. Good thing is, healing levels them up and gives them experience. You didn't need a crit there, Titania, but we'll take it. I love my pointless crits. It also doesn't help that most of these guys are Lancers, and Ike is unfortunately at a debuff because in Fire Emblem, there's a weapon triangle where sword beats axe, axe beats lance, lance beats sword. I.e., if you are a sword person going up an axe person, you get bonuses. If you're an axe person going up against a sword person, you get debuffs, basically. You can't overcome it with pure numbers, But at the early stage we are in this game, that matters. It really matters. So unfortunately, Ike is fighting an uphill battle every time he has to go up against a Lance user. Thankfully, we are out of, like, the initial onslaught of enemies. So we are in better shape than we have been the last, like, 3 times. Also, Gatry with the rare double for someone who is, you know, built like a tank. For reference, double hits in this game are when, I believe it's, your speed stat is faster than your opponent's by 1.5 times, I think. I think it is. It's one. If your speed stat's 1.5 times faster than your opponent, you get to hit them twice. Which, bear in mind, Gatry's speed is 5. And he is the Knight class, which is the tank class. I.e., you should not be doubling people. That's not your job. Gatry, you're supposed to stand there and take hits and then bop people in the head with your staff. What are you doing? Why are you faster? There is also a magic triangle. I think it's... I honestly don't remember. I think it's like wind beats fire, fire beats thunder, thunder beats wind. I think that's the triangle. I honestly don't remember. That doesn't come up as much, to be honest. Especially because mages can wield all 3 magic types anyway. It's really easy for them to swap to the one that they don't need to worry about. I do appreciate them going after Shion. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is where I'm gonna, like, run through battles a little quick. Probably. Since we're on, like, the back end of this chapter. Or back end of this map, really. Let's say Soren needs levels a lot. Because we're gonna need him. Because he's gonna be, like, the best mage we get in the game. By a good bit, if I recall correctly. If I'm being honest. Soren is our, like, best magic user. I'm trying to think of, like, who would get close to him. I think maybe, like, one of the real late game, like, basically boss units we pick up might be better than him. But at that point, you've invested so much in Soren, you might as well just use Soren. Oh, for once, we're not actually in range of anyone. Hooray! Hooray. Alright. Everybody in position. What I like to call my staircase formation, which is The main units are at the edge of where an enemy can get to them, and the ranged units are just one space behind them out of range. And they stagger like this. Who is like lowest level at the moment? Oh, Soren desperately level. Okay. Xion, can you get out of the way, please? Just go up there. It's fine. Soren, please get levels. Please level up. I need you, and I also need you to not be very squishy. Because you are right now very squishy. Oh, I am glad you actually didn't go after Titania. In this game, there are special weapons. Because we haven't really mentioned anything about weapons, because there's not been anything to mention about weapons outside of, well, iron is good, steel is better, etc., etc., etc. There are so-called killer weapons. Killer weapons are usually designed after getting super big bonuses against very specific classes of units. So, as an example, that one unit had a Night Killer. Night Killers give you stupid amounts of bonus damage against anyone on horseback. I believe it's, yeah, increased damage against units mounted on horseback. I think it's basically the equivalent of, like, double damage. Which is a lot. Like, a lot. Like, an unnecessary amount. So, we need to take care of him, like, now before he gets out decides to go after Titania. She'll be fine, but it basically, so far, enemies have been doing like 1-2 damage against them. I think this unit can legit do like 12 damage against her. Just because of that weapon. I mean, she does, as long as, you know, someone's not using a weapon specifically designed to kill her class of unit. And as much as I want to get all the experience on this map, I think I might have to go for the boss, because the boss will probably go after Rise this turn. And I would like him to not do that, please. Can you? Yes, you can. I figured as much. Fuck off, die, please. Or take a good chunk of damage so I can, like, wrap up, maybe. But yeah, Titania, I think she's our strongest unit at the moment, technically, strength-wise. But again, like I said, she's like essentially 20 levels above everybody, so that makes sense. Let me actually see. Strength stat-wise, is she? Oh, technically Gotri is stronger than her by like 2 points. But does not have like the same sort of like skill, which what does skill do? Skill is speed, isn't it? Oh no, skill is hit percentage, basically. Not hit percentage, it's just like your ability to hit an enemy. She has better speed, which lets her like have a chance at doubling better. She's got better luck. She has less defense, but Gotri is a goddamn walking tank, so I would hope he has a better defense. Being the one in full knight armor. And you probably haven't seen the achievements too much since they're technically in the top left of my screen, but that part has been cut out for stream purposes. I am getting the achievements, but the achievements are just complete this chapter, complete this chapter, complete this chapter. I'll show the retro achievement list real quick. Whee. Yeah, basically, clear chapter 1, clear chapter 2, clear chapter 3, clear chapter 4. Clear chapter 4 after doing a certain condition. Clear chapter 5. Clear chapter 5 on hard mode. Which I forget what technically hard mode is, because that is dependent upon... The name of it is dependent upon which version of the game you're playing, because I think in English, I think that's technically difficult. But in Japan, that is the medium difficulty? I don't remember. But yeah, clear chapters. Recruit units. Oh, do y'all get all the treasures in that map, then clear it. But yeah, it's a pretty standard achievement list. There's nothing like here too demanding, thankfully. Which is nice. I appreciate that. I believe... Yeah, we get access. We finally get everybody. Hooray. We still don't have the convoy, so I have to... Rise, can you, like, take these extra iron swords? You can't use them, but I need you to, like, hold on to them so I can dump them in a convoy eventually. I do believe, let me see if I can remember the story up at this point. We were playing as Ike, who's a part of the Grail Mercenaries that his dad runs. The said mercenary group basically just does odd jobs for in and around the Crimea region of the country. And I believe at this point, the Crimean royal family has all been murdered by the invading... It's not Dan. Is it Dan? No, it's not Dan. Fuck. There's a specific country because there's like multiple countries in this game, so 1 second. Wiki help. Because it's not Dan. I know it's not Dan. Oh, it is Dan. Right, it is Dan. Banyan, that's the other country. Right, Banyan's not involved yet. The Dan army. We have rescued the sole remaining royalty who was, like, a daughter, the Princess Alencia. We've kind of rescued her without really knowing that she's the princess. And we've kind of holed up in our base now as the Dayan forces have come knocking and going, give us the princess and y'all might live. And we have said, no. So we're dealing with that now. That is the plot to the current point in this game. Basically, the last, like, last 5 chapters have all been just doing odd jobs, taking care of, like, bandits. Also, but granted, we don't meet Alencia's family at all. We have no idea. I don't think we ever see Alencia's family. We're just like, oh, they all got murdered, and we're stuck with Alencia. And I believe after this chapter, we're going to take her to... What's the Lagoose's country? I don't remember. But we're going to take her to the Lagoose country, which is full of the people who turn into animals. By the way, there is themes of racism and discrimination in this game. Just throw it out there. We're kind of skipping over all of it, but that exists in this game. Because there are people born with the ability to turn into various animals. Like, straight up turn into that animal. And there's an entire country, basically, that is them. That is kind of made up of different tribes, because some people can turn into lions and cats. Some people can turn into birds. Some people can turn into... Actually, that's it? No, there's another one. Why am I blanking on it? Or is that a Radiant Dawn thing? It must be a Radiant Dawn thing, because I don't remember. But basically, that's the basic plot at the moment. So we're doing this defense chapter. If any enemy gets to this point and seizes it, AAKA stands on it for, like, that turn, we're dead. So, we can't let that happen. Technically, we could end this map early if we can go kill this boss. That's hard to do, so we're not gonna do that. That is technically a retro achievement, is to clear the chapter by killing him. But like I said, we're not doing that. I don't feel that all ballsy. Because I don't... No, yeah, that gate's closed, so no one can technically come through that way. I think I might could be able to do with the Titania if I just, like, bull rush with her. Just carve up a path through with her. We might try that. So I did save, right? Yeah, I saved. We're fine. If I fail, we just restart at the start of this chapter. Oh. Oh, come on, really? After we get there? No, of course not. Or I can at least take care of this guy. I also forget the chapter that our dad dies to the Black Knight, who is one of Dayan's generals. It might be after this chapter, I don't remember. Because the dad used to be a Dayan general, like a long time ago, and then the guy who became king of Dayan went crazy, and so he's like, "Nah, fuck this, I'm out." And then came to Crimea and like had a family and stuff. And so the Black Knight went after Grail and fought him in a duel. Grail using his offhand weapon, his worst arm, because he has purposely injured his best arm, and uses an axe instead of a sword. Dies to him, and I guess swears vengeance against him for like the rest of the game. I about thought that said killer bow for a second, but there shouldn't be anybody with a killer bow on this map. I say should, but I could be wrong. Skill and speed. Good, good. That's the things you need to upgrade, Ike. Along with strength, please. There we go. There's Soren's level ups. Also, units that have there's weapons that can be both melee and ranged weapons. So for axe users, there's a hand axe. For lance users, there's a javelin. Those are both melee and ranged. They can attack 1 and 2 squares. They do less damage though. And have a greater chance to miss. I should be fine to heal. Feel like. Clang. Of course, the archer goes first. AI is smart like that. Ow. Good, no doubling. Be doubled, then we'd be fucked there. He can't. Hooray. Thanks, Oscar, for the crit. I didn't need that crit. Oh, there is no way to get around that way. I forgot. They'll piss. Never mind. So if I want to get at the unit, I have to, like, literally carve a path through these guys. Oh, it's a good thing I moved Rise. That guy had a javelin. Oh dear, he would have had rain. Access to him. Okay, technically more people show up this way, so... I was gonna have... Easy to just hold out here. And just handle them. I think I always forget that I can't access the boss on the left side. That it's just a dead end for a couple enemies to spawn every now and again. I might be in trouble. Might be. We'll see. Oh, strength skill. Oh, that's a lot of things you need, Ike. Thank you. I need you to not die to this. That is not dying to it. Not dying to it. God damn it. Okay. That's fine. It's one of those times where I should have really topped myself off instead of playing aggressive. Okay, since that is basically a dead end. Yeah, we will try for it. I just have to get Titania just out the gate and able to access the wider map. skill and speed are good for you. Ooh, attaboy, crit. That's a good crit. That's a crit we need. Hooray. Just one shot an enemy on a crit. Which I can tell you because it's exact crit percentage as soon as we get out of this, because the crit percentage is displayed every time you start a fight. Attaboy, Titania. Because I'll show it on this one. If you see that crit down there, that is the crit percentage, or the percentage chance to crit, which is 12%. Boyd has 12%. Which isn't a whole lot. Now, if he had a killer weapon, I think that increase, like a proper killer weapon, not like a unit killer weapon. Those are two different things. That increases significantly. I think that archer dead. Not that dead, Shion. Thank you. I didn't need him crit dead. I just needed him dead. Nice crit, Gatry. Nice, nice, nice. We will take those crits. Those are good crits. One-shot crits are the crits we want to see. Ow. Son of a god fucking... Yeah, of course he did 12. You bastard. This is being annoying. Just playing a little too aggressive. Again, that's the crits we want to see, is crits off the bat instead of crits as a second hit. Because crits as a second hit usually are just going to overkill. Alright, that should them off. It's gonna hang out here. Don't you fucking dare. Okay, good. And there's this sending Titania out front means I bleed off a lot of these units that would be coming in otherwise. Like, she's gonna suck up the experience, but Titania is a good unit throughout the entire game, so it's kind of okay. The experience would be better off in other units' hands just because they would get more out of it, but oh well. We're going for the boss kill strat, so... There we go. Nice, nice. We take those crits. We take the crits when we can. Of course, one of them has a javelin, you fucking bitch. Boyd should survive this, I hope. Especially if he dodges an attack. Which, attaboy, Boyd. Way to go. Doing good work. I think that was a crit on Soren's part, which I didn't need that crit, but thanks anyway, Soren. First you have a javelin. Okay, good. You kill. Thank you. Alright, guess we got that achievement locked in. We just have to complete the chapter now. Oh god, hammer. Oh, ow! By the way, hammer is the crit weapon for, against knights. I forgot he was on that side. Ow! But you can now see the stark difference in damage from everyone else that was trying to fight Gotri to the guy with the hammer trying to fight Gotri. Hey, Devil Spidey. we are still on this map because I died like 3 times. Thankfully, we got the boss. Titania did good work and got the boss. So we can get that retro achievement. Yeah, archers can't attack. They can only attack 2 squares away, which is why anyone that walks up with a melee just bonks them in the head twice and calls it a day. There is... I'm trying to remember if there is a weapon in this game that lets them attack 1. Oh god, yeah. Talk about, like, the wrong price for a thing that I don't know who's it for. I posted the EO gift in a Discord because also Microsoft announced today that, by the way, we're letting go of another 650 employees. Game people, mind you, within Xbox's various departments and stuff. So it's not like Microsoft one day, to mind you. They've still fucked up today. They still found a way. I posted the EO GIF from like, oh god, it's been like years ago, of Nintendo winning by doing nothing because all they've had to do is just do nothing. They don't need to do anything. They just need to be like, hey, we have the Switch 2 waiting in the wings. Yeah, that is a part of it. Some hired more than others. Like, even, like a smaller company like, the folks who did, the studio that does Warframe, they still hired, a lot during COVID, but they still, like, let go of, like, a small amount of people. But yeah, that is kind of part of the problem. But with Microsoft, well, specifically with Xbox, it feels less like, oh, we are letting go of these people because, you know, we hired too many people during COVID. But more of, oops, we spent too much money acquiring Activision Blizzard. Alright, this is where we're going to play defensive and just kind of start rolling everybody back. But yeah, revealing your big PlayStation 5 Pro, which boasts all of these fancy graphical improvements, and I showed my mom those graphical improvements, those side-by-side comparisons. My mom couldn't tell the difference between them. She even thought that some of the PlayStation 4 Pro ones looked better. That's not good. When someone who doesn't keep up with this who doesn't know this stuff as well as I do looks at this and goes, I don't get it. That's a bad thing. 'Cause that's your casual market. That's the big, you know, bulk of your business right there is the casual people. And if they can't tell the difference, that's a problem. Because you're asking them to pony up $700 for this fucking console. In 2 months, mind you, because it's, I believe my mom told me it was like October or something. I'm sure they don't, but like, you're asking, like, you gotta make your money back somehow on this thing. And I don't think there's enough people that are gonna care to, like, make that money back. Right, but how many of them are willing to pay $700? Well, 700 plus dollars, mind you, because the the display stand does not come with the console, and the disc drive does not come with the console, and both of those put it at basically an $800 price tag. How many of those people are going to pay for that? And bear in mind, that is stateside prices. Oh, internationally, you're talking $900 to $1,000, basically. I believe Canada is nearly, like, over $900, basically. In Canada. Canada, of all places. Japan's basically $1,000. Like, again, it's the question of, who is this for? Because, like, if you don't want to play if you want to play the games at 60 FPS for $700, that's basically a gaming PC right there that will get you that same 60 FPS with almost that exact same library of games, because almost all of them are on PC now. I think you could get I believe you can get a Steam Deck for half that price. And that will also get you 60 FPS, probably. I think even the max model of a Steam Deck will do the exact same thing, and it is basically still under that $700. Hey, double achievement. We got one for the chapter and one for beating the boss before the chapter ended. Like, I don't understand who it's for. Even the people who, again, care about games, look deeply into games. But how many of those are going to be enough? Like, it's not enough. It's the problem. It's just not enough. This reeks of, if y'all remember, back in the day, the PS3 on launch. It reeks of that exact thing of Sony is a bit too, up their own butt, thinking, oh, we're number one. We're doing all the big fancy stuff. We're cool and amazing. Nothing can go wrong. And then, oh, look, the PS3 sold terribly when it started. And this feels like the exact same situation. Almost to the letter. Meanwhile, all Nintendo has to do, and I've seen the reported rumor, that the Switch 2 is basically $400. Like, all Nintendo has to go out there and goes, here's our new Switch 2, here's all the improvements it does, here's everything it does. By the way, it's like $400 or $300 or like whatever it needs to be. It just undercuts the PS5 Pro by a decent chunk with a stronger library, and it's like, well, I wonder what'll happen then. There seems to be a reason why Nintendo is on track to outpace the PS2 in terms of consoles sold with the Switch. And like I said, there's a reason the Switch is up here as the third best-selling console ever. This is where the PS5 is. This is where the Xbox is. And these numbers are nowhere close. Yeah, bear in mind, the Switch is at 143 million units sold. Nintendo projects that they'll beat that number, that 155 million number, by next year. I don't know if they will or not, but they're projecting that. Meanwhile, all the way down here, at more than half. Well, that's what I assume is the case, is why this is up here, and I believe that, well, no, 3DS is down here. They might have the Switch 2 be essentially a part of the Switch ecosystem. So technically the sales for the Switch 2 count towards the Switch. Not necessarily an add-on, but basically the Switch 2 is kind of like more or less a pro version of like a PlayStation 5, essentially. That's how they would get the sales. Because bear in mind, all your DSs besides the 3DS count up here. And the same with, like, the 3DS. All, like, variations of the 3DS are down. I mean, it'll have Prime 4 at launch. It'll have Prime 4 at launch. It'll probably have a new Zelda. Not too long after, it'll have a new Mario. It'll have probably something else that they haven't talked about. Hell, I'm sure Monolith Soft has something cooking in the back burner for that game, for that one. And it'll all be better performance and stuff. Prime 4 is announced, and it will come to the Switch too. There's a reason. Yeah, Prime 4 is probably going to come out. Yeah, the PlayStation 4 is terrible about that. Prime 2 will come out the same day as the Switch 2. There's a reason they have not specified when that thing comes out. Like, it'll be cross-platform, cross-generational, just like Breath of the Wild was. Because Breath of the Wild was cross-generational between the Wii U and the Switch. Yeah. Yeah, Prime 4 is we have a full proper trailer of Prime 4, and they're like, it'll come to the Switch. Like, Nintendo, the reports have stated that Nintendo has pushed back the Switch 2's launch specifically to make sure that they have games for the Switch 2. And if it's anything like the Switch, you're going to get a really good game once a month. At minimum with the Switch. With Switch 2. Because that's how the Switch 1's launch year was. Every month it was a banger game after a banger game. Yeah, and they also don't blow out their budgets and... yeah, they make stupid-ass decisions. That's fine. The Wii U has its terrible decisions, but also they did really good decisions with the Switch. Like, they can screw up, yes. But at the moment, they don't seem to be in the position where they are going to screw up. They've always been that way. They've always never tried to compete with Microsoft and Sony. They've just done their own thing for years. That's just how they've always operated. The Wii U, it was less them trying to compete and more them going, hey, we want to get back, you know, maybe some of the not casual people that we kind of lost out with the Wii, because the Wii was a very, like, casual-focused console. The Wii U was an attempt at that, and it was also bad branding with the Wii U that also screwed it over. But I would also like to point out that as soon as Nintendo did all the motion control stuff, guess who followed after? Both Sony and Microsoft tried to capitalize on that, and both failed miserably. Oh, the little, like, level up trumpet. Oh, boy, it's almost dead. Oh, dear. Oh, the battle music trumpet. Oh, boy, it might be dead here. Living with 1 HP, and thankfully didn't kill that enemy to give someone else a chance to hit him. Thank God. Good job, Boyd. Good job, Boyd, on not killing that enemy. I need you to not kill that enemy to survive. Thanks, Titania, for the crit. We didn't need that crit. Need to get this guy out of the way. Oh, Ike starts stance. He gets a better one when he classes up, but unfortunately his is story based, so it is it's a while away. So he won't be changing appearances anytime soon. Good thing I healed. Okay, you take out him. Boyd, you back up to get healed. Those are good stats, besides defense. I go murder this guy, please. That is 24. Don't want to go too far out of pocket just yet, just so everyone's kind of caught up. We can move together as a unit. Not necessarily on a time limit to reach this one square. I believe I cast a touch specifically? We should be able to start pulling units. We can start dealing with them. What are you doing level wise out of curiosity? Orin's still lowest. Rice actually has a level on him, surprisingly. Ike's at 9. I forget when his story class up is. Because, I believe from... Is it 10 in this game? It might be 10 or 15. You can class up, but it is technically better to do it at 20, just because you get the extra stats before you, reset your level. Because also, just to say it, resetting your level doesn't reset your stats. You just reset the level itself. You still keep all your stats and stuff, and I think you technically get bonus stats on a class up. If I recall correctly. Granted, I might be thinking of 3 houses a little bit in that respect. Because I think 3 houses do that? I think it did. Oh, they have a mage. Ooh, this should be fun. Damn, boy, with the 3% crit. Nice. Pretty much, a crit happens if you see that special attack animation on any character. That means they critted. We're gonna see what happens here. Somebody might die here. We might have to reset. I'm not sure. As I was afraid of. Oscar, please live. Because the mage will go after him. No, the mage backed off. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, we lucked out there. Let's go. We lucked out. I should have died. Well, Oscar should have died there. Really? That's not enough to kill. Of course not. That was Soren's skill kicking in, I think. Yep, that was Adept kicking in. Adept allows you to get a second attack for free on top of any doubling attacks that you do. So that was Soren's skill kicking in, which thank God it did. I want the mage out of the picture because I don't want to deal with him, please. Thank you. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Thank you. Okay, oh, Ike is in no position really to go in and attack just yet. Might be in the butt. Nope. Boyd dodges. Attaboy, Boyd. Boyd's our boy. Good job, Boyd. You doing good work as always. Yeah, because he might have died otherwise, maybe. Okay. Boyd's gonna back off to get healed. Actually, that is 26. That is 32. That is 32. Damn. I actually don't want you to kill him, Titania, but I will have you, like, nuke him into oblivion if you don't mind. Give somebody the setup for the kill, please. Soren can't kill off this, can he? Ah, 1 HP short. Ah, darn. Actually, needs it more. Oscar kind of actually needs it more. He's the lower level of the two. I'll give it to him. That way, also, I can, like, close out the map immediately. Good job, Oscar. And you get a short spear for your troubles. And a man's staff. All right. This is... Yeah, we just route the enemies. Don't I need the keys for those chests? I believe so. All right. I was remembering what to do on this map. Also, hot damn, 6 chapters in like 2.5 hours. That feels like really good progress. Skipping dialogue helps a lot. And that puts us 9% of the way on achievements for Radiant Dawn. Or not Radiant Dawn, Path of Radiance. Why did I say Radiant Dawn? They don't even support like Wii achievements yet. But yeah, we do technically miss an achievement here by not playing on hard mode, which I believe is technically difficult. But yeah, this is the chapter. I think this is the chapter recruit Mia, my girl Mia. Where's I hope with using only Ike? Ooh, you could try that. I forget what Despair and Hope is. Yeah, that's... Is it next week or the week after? I'm trying to remember the thing I read. I guess it's just next week. Hooray, maybe they'll show something that I will give a shit about for once. Oh, it is the week after, okay. I was like, didn't I... I thought I saw something before it being like 2 weeks from now. But I wasn't sure. But we'll see. Prison release without alarming the guards? I don't know how to do that, to be honest. Outside of just bob all the enemies as soon as you run into them so they don't go. Another Ike-only map. I feel like you get one or the other on this one. And that's a hard difficulty one. That might be a one or the other on all honesty. That feels like AI dependent, if I recall correctly. Oh. Eh. It happens. Oh, okay. I didn't know how to do this achievement. We can technically do this achievement now. Oh, oops, wrong screen. Alright. Let me make sure I'm saved. We do. Quick soft reset. That is this one achievement. We'll probably call it there for the night. And there's the achievement for just dropping our sword during the tutorial and having Mist, who's our little sister in this game, walk up and go, "What the fuck are you doing? Pick your goddamn sword up, you dumbass. What are you doing? What are you doing?" Alright, but I'm going to call it there for tonight. I kind of expected that I would probably end up doing, going in hard on Path of Radiance. I love Path of Radiance. Like I said, it's probably my favorite Fire Emblem game. But yeah, quick update on the schedule, since Tommy didn't get back to me before I posted the schedule on Twitter and all that. We're not doing Destiny 2 tomorrow. Instead, we're doing Splatoon 3 because the final Splatfest for Splatoon 3 is this weekend. So we're going to do that pretty much whole stream Friday, because I was planning to do a pre-show Friday and Saturday, and oh look, well, we're doing it Friday, so we'll probably do it pre-show Friday and main show Friday, and then Saturday we'll still have it. I probably have it still scheduled for a pre-show. We'll do that, and then we'll do TGS, and then Sunday we will do Destiny 2. We're kind of shuffling things around because I forgot about the Splatfest until I saw a tweet to remind me, and it's like, oh shit, I should tell Tommy real quick and remind him of it so we can get that on the schedule, because we were planning to do the final Splatfest. But yeah, that is basically the update schedule. I'll make a tweet tomorrow just as a, hey, this is the updated schedule. I'm not going to go and do an image on it, but here's a reminder. But yeah, that is tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, basically. I think we'll just keep going with Path of Radiance at this point. I don't know. I feel like it. I think it's like the one main game where I'm like, no, I want to blaze through this game and get all the achievements for it. So we'll continue this next week as well. Maybe it'll kind of like round off retro achievement stuff, and I'll move on to something else after we're done with Path of Radiance. I don't know. It kind of depends. I mean, kind of just a whatever I feel like on the Thursdays at the moment. But anywho, if you like what you're seeing, folks, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Shipping away that feel like !social in chat gives you all of our at handles for our socials on Mastodon, Twitter, and Blue Sky. And !Discord in chat is this link. Drop by, say hi. We'll see you tomorrow, folks.